Gatekeeper here. Got a Texas Star 350 here for a fella, a buddy of mine. This guy's done one thing that I've always thought about doing in the past. He's actually built a 3200 Viking homebrew build with DEIs. I hadn't checked with him lately to see if he's actually got it up and going yet. But really unique when he sent me the pictures of it. Followed the schematics off CB Tricks and built a 3200 Viking. And here soon I'm going to pop mine up on the bench and make a little video of it. But anyway, I seen a few things here, man, that I changed right off the rip. Went ahead and added your clamping, not clamping diode, but your diode there on the relay that protects your coil on your relay that was from built up static electricity. And I replaced your keying circuit. It was it wasn't on, the way it was on there. The SSB delay was going to conflict the way it was installed. So I just put you a new one on there, man. Added these wires like I usually do to get rid of the little thin wires they got on there. I'm going to do a power wire upgrade after I get all this back in, make sure it's working well. But there's just a couple things, other things I touched up. Soldered all the tabs like I always do on the older Texas Stars. And so basically, once I done all that and figured out what the main issue was, is I noticed we were not getting any bias voltage. No bias voltage at all. The voltage was flowing through the 10 microhenry choke here, and it was also present right here on the blocking capacitor. But from that point, the bias voltage, the RF is supposed to flow through that capacitor on out, while the DC voltage, which is on the same exact line, is supposed to actually flow on to pin number 10. Right there, pin number 10. When the relay is keyed, you see 9 and 8. That's barefoot. The second it's keyed, that bias voltage flows through that 10 microhenry choke. And as you can see, this is the cap right here that I was just pointing at right here. So your AC flows out that way. Your DC bias voltage is sitting right here. The second you key your box, 9 floats over to 10 and touches 10, so your bias voltage flows through 10, comes down here, travels down the back of your line to the back of the amplifier, and that from that point is where it gets passed on to to this choke over here, 10 microhenry choke over here, and does its thing through the sandbar voltage dividing circuit and all that. Now I can notice that the voltage was not making it to that pin. So I went ahead and took this off the board and checked the relay, and I could tell that the relay was not, the poles were not touching together. So I went ahead and popped the relay out, and I will demonstrate that now just on camera. I'm going to try to hold it with my neck here. 9 and 10 is supposed to make a continuity beep. You hear that beep? Uh-oh. Let's get it back up here and give some power to the relay. Alright. 9 and 10. See? No continuity beep. Alright. Get you a fresh relay right here. Brand spanking new Texas Star relay. Alright, 9 and 10. Hear that continuity beep? So there was your issue, man. It was the relay. It happens. A lot of times you can just take the relay and attempt to clean it, but I'm going to be honest with you, man. When it comes down to certain stuff like that, I'm the type of guy, I believe if the relay's done it, it's going to do it again in the near future. It's just best to just pay that 14, 15 bucks. 20 bucks, however much it costs, and just replace that relay. And said I'll go ahead and get me a marker and write B on there. And if you don't want this relay back, I'll keep it and use the case if I ever need the case for something. Alright, man, so we're going to get this new relay thrown in here, man. I'm going to go ahead and clean this box up a little bit, get some of the flux off here. And the box is quite nasty with all the flux in it. I know you didn't ask for a cleaning job, but I'm going to clean it up just a bit for you, bud. Alright, man, we'll be back. Alright, I got her all soldered in. Alright, there's your brand new relay, brother. Go ahead and clean the bottom side of the board. I'm OCD. When I get to cleaning, I get to cleaning, man. I got it cleaned up a bit, man. I'm gonna try to do the power wire upgrade. I'll clean some more in that area. Alright, man, we're gonna get this thing mounted in the case now. Alrighty, got this thing all ready for you, bud. After replacing the relay, I still was having some issue with some major input reflect. The RF was then finally getting up to the front of the circuit a lot better. I could tell, because I could tell there was wattage being amplified at that point. I wasn't getting no output before, but I had to just try around, look at a few things, and I finally figured out that your variable pot was burnt. So to save you a little bit of money, man, I had 2 or 3 used 250s that were still in perfect condition from some conversions that I did. Let's see, what conversions were they? I think I converted a 400 or a 500 to a non-variable or whatever, so they're still perfectly good pots, man. That saved you a little bit of cash, because these things are about 12 bucks, 12 to 14 bucks brand new. So anyway, so I went ahead and did that, man. That fixed that issue. And the only other thing I don't think I mentioned before is I went ahead and took the small DM 15,000 picofarad cap off the back right here and threw you a metal. Threw you a metal on right there. It's always good to have them on your output transformers, man, because these puppies right here can get hot, no doubt about it. Alright, man, everything's working great now. Got the board all cleaned up nice for you. I know you didn't ask for that, but I thought I would just go ahead and do that for you. It's about 30-45 minutes worth of labor right there, man. And brother, it's a gift from me to you, because I know you waited a good little while on me getting to this amplifier, and I do apologize. Stayed pretty heavy in repairs here, man, and you know, I want to see that homebrew 3200 Viking. That's what I want to see. If you still ain't got that thing up and rolling, man, send that cat picker on up here to me. I would love to take a look at that and get that thing working for you, man. I got 2 3200 Vikings here right now for repair. So I'll have my mind fresh into the 3200 Texas Star 16 pill world. I got 2 here, actually 3 here total, counting my own personal one. But yeah, man, if you ain't got that thing up and rolling yet, shoot that thing on this way, big brother. You dang sure won't have to wait as long as you did for this one, because I'll be wanting to get to that one right when it gets here. Alright, man, so that's a gift from me to you, me cleaning this bad boy for you, man, for the weight that it took. Okay, so I appreciate that, man. Alright, brother. Well, of course, you know it, I think I already mentioned we replaced pretty much everything in the keying circuit. Everything you see right here in the keying circuit is brand new except this 470 ohm resistor. Everything else is brand new. And got the power wire upgrade done for you too, brother. Alright, we're going to be driving it just with the 4-watt radio. That's 4 watts RMS. I will go ahead and demonstrate that for you right now. 10-watt slug. A little bit under a watt dead key. A little bit under 4 watts. See, another thing you'll notice, it just all matters what amplifier I have it hooked up on. Sometimes you'll see it do exactly 4, sometimes a little more, sometimes, you know, a tad over 4, but sometimes under. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So a little bit under 4 watts today. which is probably sitting at about 16 to 18 watts PEP. I went ahead and cleaned that knob up for you, man, since I had to take it off. Okay, so we'll just leave that knob all the way up for you. Well, we'll pull that in and do that first. Alright, 1000 watt slug. Ooh, yeah. That scared the crap out of me, man. I seen that needle go up and I'm like, hold on now. I have this thing tuned to perfection. Oh, yeah. It's about 80 watts RMS. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and pop that out and let you see full blown on high from here on out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's about 150 RMS. Here's your peak. Oh, yeah. Look at that right there, man. This thing is rocking, son. Oh, yeah. So you have no problem achieving your 350 watts PEP on 14.4 volts. That's what a Texas Star is supposed to be doing when it's working properly. As you know, I had to retune the input. I think I already mentioned that. See, I've done 2 amps since I've done this one. It's just the way it's worked out. And because I kind of done all these Texas Stars at once, about 3 or 4 of them. But I did have to retune the input on this one. It was fairly unique. The type of input cap that was on here was the input cap that comes with the versions of the Texas Star that has one electrical wrap around the transformer. There was a 470 picofarad cap. Well, as you know, that was actually figured out after this. I told you about all the reflective, whatever replaced the variable. Alright, well then there was still about a watt worth of reflecting there. I mean, it came down from dramatically down to a watt, but you know, at that point I just couldn't figure out what it was, you know, and I was like, let's just do a good old-fashioned retune on the input, and that's what it was. You know, it went down to 150 picofarad, which is right there at the newer style tunes that they use. So that was really unique, man. I really can't put a finger on why that happened with this particular one, but the box came to life after I got that input tuned. And as you can see, man, you're getting about 350, 360. And I don't know if a lot of y'all know or not, that's how they call the Texas Stars what they're called. 350 means that this box is supposed to do 350 watts PEP with 5 watts of constant wave, CW, Morse code, a constant wave on 28 dot, I don't know the exact megahertz, but around 28 megahertz. 350 watts. So the 667 is supposed to do 667 watts. With that, I don't remember the exact voltage, but it's, you know, 13.8, 14.5, something like that. So that's how you know when you Texas, you should be able to put a 4 to 5 watt dead key literally into your Texas Star on high and see that much PEP out of them. Okay. And that's pretty much what we're doing if you think about it. That thing's swinging to about 4 watts RMS. A little bit under on this one, and that's pretty much like a constant wave while I'm audioing like that. Alright, what we're going to do now, well, I need to show you the input tube. 10 watt slug, bottom scale, 100 is 10 watts, 20 is 2 watts. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Great tune. Great tune. Alright, at this point, all I'm going to do is quickly increase from 4 watts to 8 watts. So we're going to increase our drive to double. Okay, we're going to increase it to double. Then we'll hook up the old unreg supply on the medium tap. I'll be back. I tell you what, brother, I can go ahead and tell this is one of the highest output 350s I've had on my bench. I had no idea it was either until I'm doing this video. Because I haven't pushed it real well, you know, before now. But this thing's getting close to 200 watts RMS just on the servo supply on 14.4 volts. That's what I call gain. Alright, 1000 watt slug. Got the Stickman Cobra 29 comp tune. Got it turned down to 8 watts RMS. Alright, here's your RMS. Look at that, 200. God almighty, son. Hey, man, I'm going to just keep this box, man. I'm going to go ahead and unscrew these coax. I think I'm just going to take this box on in the house. Dang. Woo! I love it, man. You got you a good box right here, brother. I don't even know what's going to happen when I hook it up on that unregged supply, buddy. Whew. I don't think the peak will go up too much. See you right there about the same peak. Like I said, man, this ain't no peak monster. This radio ain't made to make peak watts. It's made to make RMS, bird watts, the kind of watch that moves that needle on the other side. But you will see the peak increase though after we change over to this supply. So let me do that, man. I'm eager to see. Alright, here we go. I think we're pretty much about close to the end of our gain figures on this box. Alright, we're going to be dropping to 14.6 volts, which is still running voltage. I mean, this thing's pulling, boy. This thing is pulling. We're going to turn it up on the high tap and do one quick key with it. Alright, here it is. Medium tap, 14.6 volts. Damn! Son, 250 watts RMS, man. This thing is cooking, son. Goodness. Let's go ahead and put it on the high tap, man. One quick burp's all we wanting to see. Man, can this thing hit 300? That's gonna blow my mind if it does. Son. Almost 300. 280 watts RMS out of a Texas Star 350. That ain't supposed to be. Here's your peak. Dang, man. Woo! Let me calm down. I scared the heck out of my cat over there, man. That girl just jumped out of that thing, boy. Son. 600 watts, right there up under 600 watts. Now let me hold on a second here, though. I'm gonna hear people. I can hear people saying, "Yeah, but that's on there." I didn't even show the voltages on. It don't matter because that ain't how you run the box. I absolutely say do not run the box like I was just doing. That's just a quick key to show that the gain figures are there. Because here's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about sitting here showing, you know, just the box doing 150 watts RMS and just letting it be. And then everybody's sitting there thinking, you know, well, can it do more? I mean, is it able to do a little bit more possibly? Or is that just all it's going to do, you know? So I like to show the gain figures because it's like this right here. If a box is tuned correctly on the input and the output, if it's built correctly, tuned correctly, it is going to keep increasing with gain. It will get to a cutoff point, of course, because transistors can't just keep making power, you know, and keep going on. They got a cutoff point at some point. But that's just to show you that the figures are there. And yeah, 600 watts is nothing completely abnormal for two 2879s. We show it all the time with our Class C boxes. But that is abnormal with a Texas Star 350 not even hitting it with a dang driver. That's why I'm acting kind of crazy, man, because these are some high gain non-dot 2879s. Whew. Man, this thing turned out well, man. I'm gonna hook this right here. I'm sorry, y'all. I get a little excited, I know. But look, if you don't love what you do, then you ain't gonna get excited about nothing. You're just gonna look and say, "Oh, it's doing a little more than usual." Nah, man, I love this hobby. I love what I do. I love it with a passion. I went ahead and put some stickers right there for you, man. I didn't want to try to peel this one down here that faded off and leave all kinds of residue on there, so I just put you a new sticker right there, and then a new sticker right here. There was some kind of weird don't know if it was oxidation or what it was on the back here. I tried my hardest to clean it good for you, and it was on the switch too, sideband switch, and it hardly wouldn't come off. I don't know what that was. I'll tell you what, man, you got you a smoking Texas Star DX600, I mean DX350. Dang. Man, this thing's smoking, and I ain't joking. I'm excited about that. All right, brother, I'm gonna get this top back on here. I know you're gonna enjoy this bad boy, man. If I was you, I'd take this top right here, but give it a good cleaning, man. Shoot some black paint on there, brother. This thing will be sparkling. Man, that was impressive. I like to see that kind of stuff. Like I said, do not run the box like that. I'm just showing the figures. Where I recommend running in that is where I keyed it up the first time at, on my bench radio. About 4 watts, no more than around 4 to 5, maybe 6 watts RMS at the most is where I would run pretty much about any amplifier with a driver in it. I wouldn't run it no more than that. Just me, that's my personal preference. All right, well, 73rds to you. We're gonna pack up, man, and we're working on a big monster over there, so we'll go ahead and probably go get me something to eat. 73rds, God bless. Old gatekeeper out here around the northeast end of Georgia. You got anything like this you want done, give me a shout. 3manpro@gmail.com. That's